away in the kitchen after a long week fills you with absolute dread, then don't worry, because guess what? Clodagh is here. She's got you covered. She's got her speedy Linguine Puttanesca.
Puttanesca.
Puttarito.
I mean, the way you say it sounds better. It's so cute.
It looks delicious and it smells divine. I thought the portions were a little bit small, but it's fine. It's fine.
So this is fantastic. It's a 10-minute supper. It's so fiery. It's vibrant. And we're coming up with the Friday night supper where we're like, this is perfect. This is exactly what you want to eat on a Friday night if you can't get down to the Italian. So you can do it all in the frying pan before the pasta. So I would say, whoever's cooking tonight, go home, make yourself a cocktail, get your water boiling for your pasta, put on some nice music, cook your linguine first, OK? So throw that in first. It takes about 8 minutes, your linguine or your spaghetti. So that'll be cooking away. Then put your frying pan on the hob and then put a little bit of olive oil in. This literally takes just a few minutes to make. A little bit of olive oil in. And then you want to put your tomatoes in.
Oh.
We need a close-up of that.
We could do a Lady and the Tramp special, couldn't we?
And then you put your olive oil in and then you put in your tomatoes. I've got tinned cherry tomatoes. You could use any kind of chopped tomatoes that you've got in your store cupboard. I mean, this is all about ease, OK? So don't get too wound up if they're not cherry, if they're not like the perfect tinned tomatoes, plum tomatoes.
And it doesn't matter if they're on the vine or not, it doesn't matter.
No, yeah, so they'd be fresh ones.
You definitely want those.
Yeah.
With the vine.
You could do if you weren't using tinned. So when you're finished your supper and you want to listen to my demo... No, but you're dead right. These are right in front of me.
I do like them on the vine, though.
I love them on the vine, and you could leave them on the vine like that, and you could cook them fresh like this, if not use the tin.
On the vines.
The thing is, I started growing tomatoes last year because the price of tomatoes have gone through the roof.
Have they?
Yeah, have you not noticed?
They've gone through the vine.
They've gone through the vine, yeah. So I started growing them, but they didn't taste as nice as the supermarket. No,
exactly.
No.
But yeah, so you can do tinned tomatoes, but you know, tinned tomatoes or fresh tomatoes are fine. But you do want to cook them for about a minute, and then you add in garlic. So I've got crushed garlic that I'm adding in.
Oh, lovely.
And then I'm adding in anchovy. And I know there's going to be some people at home going like, "Oh no, I don't like anchovies." And I actually, in the past, I have to admit, I didn't like it either.
It's weird because I can't actually taste that, the anchovies. So
yeah.
It must be a subtle taste.
Can you taste the salty flavour?
Yes.
Yes. So that's it. And actually, the thing is, when you're getting anchovies, you've got to get the good quality anchovies. And there really isn't much difference in the price at all in the supermarkets. And I would say, because I know I'm going to get loads of questions on Instagram afterwards, tell me the brands. There's so many brands. The best thing to do is when you go to the supermarket, look at the ones that look the most Spanish or Italian. Yeah. You know, the ones that look like they've really come from that country. So pop in your anchovies. They give that gorgeous salty flavour. And actually, I know Easter is ages away still, but for anybody cooking any lamb, anchovies are amazing on top of your lamb.
Really?
So when you're doing a roast, you pop out some anchovies over it, put it into the roast. It brings this amazing salty flavour.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, little tip. And then little chilli flakes in here too. These are dry chilli flakes, which I would say for anybody who likes cooking, buy dry chilli flakes, put them in a jar beside your oven. And then the next thing then is olives. So I've got chopped black olives. Oh, and then I've got capers, which are lovely and salty. I mean, they give it a lovely little salty flavour too. And then what you do, and then that's it. So I just mix that around a little bit like that. And then you could add in, you know, white wine and things like that if you want to. And then I used to live in Italy years ago in Turin in the north. And every time I used to cook pasta, I used to always get the sauce and put the sauce on top of the pasta. And then the Italians would be like, no, please, Clodagh.
What's the difference? What does it matter?
Put the pasta in on top of the sauce because supposedly it just mixes in much better that way. You put the pasta in and a little bit of the pasta cooking water too if you've got any left, like a tablespoon. But just make sure you really toss it in it because pasta is like rice or bread, it's a carb. It absorbs all the flavours. So you want to be like tossing it around.
Maybe the reason for that is so that you don't get too much of the boiling water in the pan.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Maybe that's the reason.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, exactly. And then just toss it around until it looks pink. You want it, like, to be immersed in all those flavours.
It's so fresh, isn't it?
It's so fresh.
Dish.
I love doing it, like, with a... You know when you're twirling it around like that, like they do in the restaurants? the thing is to use it with one of those grippers and then just twist it as you're putting it on top so you get that lovely pile. And then all this on the top as well. And then the last thing is for the sweetness, or to bring out the sweetness in the tomatoes as well, is the fresh basil. Now, this dish... I love basil too.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just gorgeous.
Delicious.
This dish is called... you two are just gorgeous. They've been fabulous, haven't they, today together? We're just
Do you know what? We've had a lovely day, haven't we?
Yeah,
We've had a lovely day.
I bet you have. The energy has been amazing here all day long. This dish is called Linguine Puttanesca.
Puttanesca.
Puttanesca. Which is basically a tart. And it was made, this dish originated in Sicily. I think it was Sicily, or Naples. Sorry for all the Neapolitan people watching. I think it was Naples. And it was named after the women of the street because this dish is fiery. This dish is fiery and it's spicy and it's like a whole party session in here. So I think make it up tonight, put on some music, cue my kitchen DJ. Dance up for money, do what you want me to do. She's my private dancer, a dancer for money. Music will do.
Have a taste of that, Clodagh. How fresh and beautiful
This is why I love
lovely.
Clodagh. She brings the food, but she brings the party
Yeah,
as well.
she brings the vibes.
I've just got one quick question. You know, with the olive oil, if you go for the darker bottle, does that mean it's better? Sorry. Don't worry about answering that one, Clodagh. That's fine.
I think it does. I think the darker the oil, the better.
Yeah.
I do.
Well, it depends on what kind of olive oil you like. So the best thing to do is actually look from where it's from. If you like spicy olive oil, Sicily. More greeny, olivey ones, you're like looking at Tuscany, and so on like
Lovely.
that.
Thank you, Clodagh.
Amazing.
Thank you so much. It's absolutely delicious. For details for all of today's recipes and more delicious ideas from our This Morning chefs, download our free This Morning app.